Levison's report being published there. PM defies press victims is how The Guardian is taking it, and that is Millie Dowler's parents pictured on the front there. We're joined now by the former Home Secretary Jacqui Smith and also broadcaster Olly Kendall to have a look inside the papers this morning. Olly, let's start with this story that patients could learn to sing a hearty tune and the NHS is going to pay for it.
Yes, it's a slightly misleading headline.
No, really? I thought things were changing.
Thought after Levis and things that you quite. It turns out, yeah, if you want a haircut, you want a gym membership, you want singing lessons, the NHS will pay for it, of course, as a caveat. This is to do with personal care budgets, which actually I should defer to Jacqui on some of this because she was at the Department of Health when these were first introduced. So if any complaints, write to Jacqui. Basically, if you have long-term therapeutic care needs, the government is increasingly moving your budget away from your consultant and towards you. It makes quite good sense, really. It's not for, we don't think it's for necessarily for medical care. It's for the sort of the therapeutic care, and it's
to help you recover from an operation or whatever. Yeah,
exactly.
Gym membership's been around for a while from GPs, hasn't it?
Yeah, from GPs prescribed for people who need it. But this is, you know, one of the worst things about having a long-term medical condition is you sort of lose control over your life. And this is an attempt to give people back control.
But how does singing help? I mean, gym membership, I understand.
These are sort of one person with a lung condition, I think it was, decided that singing might be something that would help his lung condition. So it's not, you know, people are sensible, aren't they, with their own money and, in fact, with the NHS's money when they've got control over it.
You know, and we're quite snobbish. We're very snobbish about therapy care, generally. We tend to look a bit down, I think, on speech therapy and sort of nutritional advice and all those sort of things. Actually, they're really a core part of someone's recovery. And this is a tiny, tiny bit of the NHS budget. It's £1.5 million, which in the big scheme of the NHS, billions of pounds every year.
What the trial showed was it saves money as well.
Okay, well, let's talk about the next story around talking about saving money. Apparently, 1 in 7 couples don't talk about money.
Particularly older couples over 40, apparently. We're more likely to talk about things like daily living costs and household bills, but when it comes to the really sort of worrying things, especially in this day and age, about how you're going to live in your retirement, have you made enough provision for pensions, apparently, sorry to bring you back down.
I don't want to talk about it now.
We're not talking to each other, even as couples, and, you know, we may well be, obviously, quite often you're sharing your household, you're sharing your bills, you're sharing, hopefully, your retirement.
You've got problems for the future,
I don't believe that's true. I mean, maybe I'm obsessed. I'm really tedious. I'll talk about this all the time. But
do you talk about money?
Well, it's like we're thinking about getting a mortgage. You're thinking about getting married. All these things cost. I mean, you know, like you have to sort of put these things aside. Like I find my life constantly thinking about balancing and moving money around.
But
and I work out with my girlfriend where we spend it.
The problem is, you see, you sort of think. You know, I was 50 a couple of weeks ago, and suddenly, in one way, I think to myself, oh God, I'm going to need my pension relatively soon. But you don't feel like that, and you don't think and plan about it enough. But we have to.
You have to. The other thing people aren't thinking about and planning for is getting their